running it up. And out the way, getting to it. And I done turned it to a lifestyle. We working, what you doing?
I'm here now, Young OG Podcast. And we finna get to it. You know me, we gonna talk some talk.
I'm back again, Kel Jvmes with the Young OG Podcast. I got a real special guest, man. The things that he's done around the city, the people he worked with, and all of the artists that he's helped along the way. Man, we got an amazing artist next to me, man, Sinatris.
Yo, man, I appreciate those words. Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Well, definitely, man. I've learned a lot from you on my journey in the last probably 2 or 3 years. Just watching you maneuver around and the things you say, like how you carry yourself, as a professional at all times.
Yeah.
And it's like you never really let things get out of your character. You always stay Sinatris. You just stay you.
Yeah, for sure. Like that's the one thing you got to do is I'm big on brand. I'm big on brand and marketing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I built my brand a certain type of way. So I do everything to protect that brand. You only as valuable as your brand is. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Most definitely. Yeah. Like, I appreciate it. You don't fall into none of the gimmicks, none of the folly.
No,
you just
for what? For what? That come and go. You know what I'm saying? But when you solid and you build things on a solid foundation, then it's here for good. It's here forever. You know. So I don't get into all that, man. For what?
Most definitely. So my first question, I want to start you off with a question that I start off all my guests with.
For sure.
Who is Sinatris? If somebody walked up to you and said, "Who are you?" What would your response be?
It depends on the setting we was in, but depending most of the time, like, I'm one of them ones, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a father,
Definitely.
I'm a business owner, I'm one of your favorite rapper's favorite rapper, I'm one of the nicest bar for bar on earth. I'm a business owner, a girl dad, and just all around great dude would be my kind of, and then from there take it how you want to, depending on which branch off the tree you want to go down.
Definitely. Man, as far as your rap style, who inspired you to be you?
Man, well, I come up in the class and in the era of you had to actually rap to be a rapper.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you had to be nice. You couldn't depend on the marketing dollars. You couldn't depend on none of that. Like, you couldn't depend on the follow account. Wasn't no social media, none of that. You had to really be able to rap to be considered a rapper. And so I'm inspired by the guys who really, the golden era. I'm inspired by the golden era. Jay, of course, you know what I'm saying? Jay, like, my number one. Jay, Big, Pac, Nas, Scarface, Cube, DMX, Fabulous, Wayne.
Yeah.
Like, those guys, was the guys I was listening to. Like, yo, I'm competing with them. Never in my entire career, 15-year for real career, have I ever competed with a Chicago artist or anybody. Like, I've always been like, I'm on them, I'm on their ass.
Yeah, definitely. I always so that's why I pretty much call myself like Young OG. Like, when I first started, it was still CDs when I first started. So
For sure.
me and my homie Lavelle, we would press up CDs and we would go to River Oaks.
Same.
And we would just sell CDs all day.
Same. Same. Anybody know me? That's probably what 60% of people who fell in love with me met me at. I was working out the phone booth up there, and I was slinging phones like crazy. I was hustling. I was trapping out the booth.
That's
and
crazy.
I was passing out flyers and selling CDs all day in the mall.
We kind of got a similar come up story. You know, I was a store manager at T-Mobile.
Okay.
That's how I was here playing my music in the store on the
Got
loudspeaker.
you, Sam. I'm at US Cellular.
In
the kiosk though, in the middle of the mall. You know what I'm saying? So while people walking around, I'm just passing. I'm printing up 5,000 flyers a week, running through them in the mall all day. I'm selling and giving out 100 CDs a day. Like my goal would be like to make $100. I'm taking donations till I get to $100. Once I get there, I'm giving the rest out for free. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I start really building on it, like a cult following, doing that. You know? No that's pay. 100. That's solid.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like I did a month here with no pay. Everybody was looking at me crazy.
Yeah.
When I worked out west, I'm literally taking free sessions just to get my feet wet and see. Like, and you know what I'm saying? Just paying dues into. And then now everybody like, man, it's so hard to book you, and it's like, I did my 1,000 hours.
It should be,
I did my 1,000 hours.
For real, you gotta pay. You gotta put that into the game. Like you literally only get out what you put in. Ain't no way, ain't no shortcuts around that. I hate the whole, man, why don't you support your homie like you support woo.
Your homie still gotta work like so and so.
Yeah, your homie, that person spending $50,000 on their marketing budget. I see them in a different type of light. They in my face in a different type of way than my homie is. What about this? What about something simple as damn? Yes, that's my homie and I love my homie, but maybe I'm actually not a part of my homie's core target audience. Maybe I'm not a part of his demographic. You ever thought about that? Just because that's my homie don't mean I gotta like what he do. I could be like, yo, I support you. Keep going, my boy. But I don't want to come to none of them weak ass shows. I don't listen to the music that you make. But words of encouragement. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still buy a ticket if I don't come, maybe, but I ain't gotta come. I could just not be a part of your audience. Like boy, it's so much entitlement that we have as artists that the shit is almost sad. Don't nobody owe you shit. Get out here, lace them fucking boots up and get to work. Get that shit out in the mud. It's fucking 8 million people in Chicago. You worried about what your baby mama and 3 of the guys think. Fuck all of them. Go get these people that exist out here in this world. Like, I don't understand it.
Nah, for real. Okay. I'm glad you said that because I struggled with that for a minute too. Like, damn, my cousin, the family don't support. Like, that was the one thing that I always struggle with because I'm like, bro, my cousins don't never share my shit, but they share their weak ass homie shit.
Yeah.
But then I had to think about it. I'm like, I don't even make the type of music.
You a rapper's rapper, you ain't got no ops. You ain't talking about voting, shoot them up.
I don't even make the type of music them niggas
correct.
Listen to.
That's all.
That's why it's like, yo, like.
Yeah, so that's just because that's my cousin don't mean he gotta automatically get in line and be at every show and be my core fan. No, I got motherfucking. I got 5 brothers, and my 5 brothers collectively probably been the 20 of my 1,000. When I say I've had thousands of shows, it's not exaggeration. I probably had 2,000. I'm between, give or take a couple, between 2,000 and 2,200 shows, somewhere in that range of shows in my career.
I'm saying, shit, you can't drive down
my brother's
without seeing the billboard.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I got some shit running right now.
I know. But, that's what I said.
Yeah. My brothers though. My brother's probably only been to 50 of my shows out of 2,000.
Man,
I ain't mad. I just did a show. $100 tickets just to go see me. I sold 150 tickets.
Damn.
One of my brothers was there. One of my blood brothers was there. Think I give a fuck because they wasn't, the other brothers wasn't there, or this little bitch wasn't there. I was like, so I don't care about none of that shit. There's people in this world that if you build it, they'll come, man. And you just got to build it properly so they come. And if you don't do that, shut the fuck up and keep working. Ain't nothing given to nobody. And even if it is given, the shit don't last long. So how you want it? You know what I'm saying? You want to give it to you so you could be hot for 6 months and then fade away? Or you want to get it out the mud and then build you a 5 to 10 year situation in this shit?
But I don't know though. Like the way you just explained that, I used to feel that way too.
Yeah.
But you know Troy Ave, right?
Yeah.
Troy Ave said it best. He said, shit, one good song is worth 1,000 tours.
No, that's depending.
I mean, shit.
Depending on the paperwork and the business. You know what I'm saying? Depending on the behind the scenes.
Look at Jaquan. It came out with Tessie when we was kids. Shit.
Yeah. But we don't know.
Some odd years later.
We don't know how well he's monetizing off of that either, though. What if Jaquan don't own none of that record? Forget fuck the going viral on IG. What if he don't own none of the publishing? And he don't own the masters to that record. Then he just getting some appearance and some show money for a couple of weeks. And now Nigga, he was at the awards. He did a couple club appearances. He did, and we ain't seen him since. He had a hot little 6-month comeback. He probably, if he ain't owned none of that, he might have ran up another $100,000 real quick. But the niggas who own that record probably made another 5 to 10 million.
Yeah, damn, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I be looking at shit. I don't.
You're right though.
I don't.
The industry wicked, man.
Yeah. That's how I be looking at shit. I'm always looking at it from the business side and the other scope. You know what I mean? Like.
And speaking of the business side, you mentioned earlier you had label deals on the table.
Yeah, for sure. Multiple.
I don't doubt that at all.
Multiple.
Now, what I will ask is, what continues you to be independent if you've had so many opportunities to really be with that machine? Like, what is it about being independent that you like over being with the machine?
Yeah, so I didn't really know the business like that. I just loved music. And so, boom, I get in position to get these deal offers. I get 2 offers from Universal. I get 2, man. Go Grizz, still my homie to this day. I was with Grizz before Grizz was Grizz. Right.
And then as soon as I get grown, it's like I can't make shit to save my life. Yeah. Like I'm literally in limbo trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
That's why I said I didn't really get it until I was like 25. But that was like one of the hardest things that I had to endure.
Got you.
Because you and then on top of that, like not only with that, you still got to deal with your family talking to you crazy, because it's like, you imagine growing up and you have a talent that could possibly change and better the lives of everyone around you.
Yeah.
And it's not happening as fast as they
wanted to.
Imagine like
they
this.
Wanted to.
Yeah, like, because the thing is, like, I'm not the only one in my family that did music. Like, a lot of people in my family did music and came close.
Oh.
Like, really came close. Remember Desert Storm?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, my cousin was going to get signed to Desert Storm. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, people in my family, we came close.
Yeah, dope.
So it's like, just to have that, it get kind of eerie.
I get you.
It get kind of eerie, though.
Yeah. So once I seen how that industry shit work, I was like, yo, I would rather be independent because I like full creative control. Like, for me, the way I view it is, you only get one shot in this industry to be like a star or a superstar. You get one shot.
Yeah.
And no matter how that shot go, whether it's your fault or not, just say you shoot up to A level, and then for whatever reason, even if it's out of your control, you come back down to a C level, D level now. Mm-hmm. The fans ain't looking at it like, well, we giving him a pass because he was in the shitty deal. The label wouldn't let him put nothing out. So we justifying them 2 years. And when he put something out, we going to treat it just like, ain't nobody doing that. And they looking at it like, oh, it's been 6 months, he ain't dropped shit. This nigga fell off. We on to the next. And then they don't fuck with you no more. So I didn't want that. I was like, no, I would rather control. If I'm a fail, if I'm a flop, if I'm a fall short, if I'm not going to be able to eat, if I'm not, I'd rather control that destiny myself. I always had a fucking problem with authority anyway. So you mean to tell me I've been working on this project for a year? And I come turn this bitch in and y'all say, no, this ain't what we thought was best for you. Go back to the drawing board. You got me fucked up. Man, like I'm not going. You know what I mean? Like, so I was just like, no, I'd rather control my own destiny, my own look, my image, my timing, the when I drop, how I drop, what it sounds like, what it looks like, how I move. And I understand it's going to take a lot more work. It's going to take a lot more out of pocket bread. It's going to have a lot more losses. The journey going to be a lot longer. But I would rather do it that way than sign one of these deals. And then I feel like there's so many niggas we laugh at that, oh, he fell off. And we don't look at the behind. We know because we really study this shit. We be knowing what happened and why his situation was like that, but the fans don't give a fuck. So let me ruin my own one shot instead of letting, you know what I'm saying, them white people do it for me.
That's why it's so crazy to me. Like, so there's 3 people that I look at as far as like how to maneuver career-wise. You is one of them.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Ty Money is another.
I love what Ty do.
and Easy O'Hare as a third.
Yeah, of course, that's my brother.
I always look at y'all three as like, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
Like on some really get it out the mud and grind it, especially you and Ty.
Yeah.
You know, I'm kind of new to the Easy O'Hare wave.
Okay.
I kind of got to that like last year,
Right.
but I seen you and Ty the most.
Yeah, for sure.
And like,
Ty,
like that's what I'm saying. Like,
free that man. Free Ty money, man.
But it's so crazy because, like, bro, I literally was just talking to I had a client like a couple nights ago, and they was knocking out like, I guess Ty had sent them some open verses.
Okay.
But we literally just strolled down memory lane and we was just talking about like how like Ty been cold for a long gas.
A long time.
He been cold for a long gas
10, 15
time.
years.
Yeah, like that.
15 years. You know what I'm saying? Like,
been cold
for sure, he been cold. And then what people don't know, he come from a family tree of dogs. You know what I'm saying? Rory, his cousin, a dog. His cousin is my class in my era. His cousin, blood cousin, is one of the best rappers ever from Chicago, Marvo. Marvo, Will. Yeah. Am I lying? Marvo, one of the hardest niggas from the city ever. That's Ty Money, blood cousin. Like they come from a family tree of real killers, real dogs. So I fuck with Ty Money. And that's what I love how they move too, man. Shout out to Vo, man. What up?
And I appreciate the way y'all grind because it's like Chicago is really like a and when I had Bria Banks up here, I told her the same thing. Like Chicago is this is a great city.
No, for sure.
Like a street oriented artist with like this is where you thrive.
Yeah, for sure.
Like a Herb, a LEP Bogus Boys, like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
King Samson and them, like,
man,
because that's what I grew up on.
Yeah,
so I grew up on I grew up on Tush or Die.
What up, Chief? Man,
yeah, like I grew up. That's what I'm saying. Like Chief. I grew up on that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So, like, just to see, like the way niggas can really get it out the mud here is so inspiring to me. I don't really know another city where they artists can get it how we get it, if that makes sense, other than Detroit.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
But
that's exactly what I was going to say. Detroit is about, and I've spent it in these cities. I've been on tour with Jack Daniels where I've been in 7 to 8 different major cities for 3 to 4 months at a time. You know what I'm saying? So I can really speak to it. I've been in the trenches, man. One of my dogs before he got on. One of my dogs, I used to go to the stew with him, used to kick it in LA with him, Reason. Reason was one of my dogs. He came to the Jack and for Beats to the Jack Daniels shit and didn't even win, didn't even place. You know what I'm saying?
It'd be a lot of that too.
Like, and that was my guy. We linked through that and got cool. You know what I'm saying? And I rocked with Reason while I was in LA. But you know, he ended up being TDE and ended up, you know what I'm saying, like getting a good position in the industry. So I can speak to this shit for real because I've been outside in multiple cities for real, like touring and selling records. I got fans. I can go do a show in Arizona right now. I can go do a show in St. Louis right now. I had 20, 30 people at that show to see me, and people can't even get 20 people to pay and come see them here in their own city. I can say that I'm extremely qualified if y'all don't know.
And that's why the grind is so important. Like, and we was talking off camera. We was talking about overnight successes and how overnight successes don't exist.
Yeah,
like
sure.
A lot of the people, like Fabio Foreign. We was talking about Fabio Foreign. He's 34.
Yeah.
Or like
grinding for a long time before that.
That's what I'm saying.
That big
like,
breakout happened.
That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of these artists that we think popped overnight, like Rod Wave. Like if you look at Rod Wave discography, Rod Wave been putting shit out since probably 2013, 2014.
Yeah, I feel
like that's what I'm saying. Like,
I feel like we are truly though in the time of overnight celebrity though. Like
even then,
today we are like we really a shorty right now that's 16 can make up his mind. Yo, I really want to rap, and he can go pull up a Young Boy type beat. He can book you. He ain't even gotta book you. He can record that shit at the crib and shoot the video that night. Have 20 of the guys come to the crib and they all point FNs at the camera and they shoot the video that night. They drop it the next day. all day the video up with 200 views. They go to sleep and wake up the following day, and that motherfucker got 750,000 views. It then went viral because one of these streamers then was like, yo, I just found this video. They reviewed it, and now it went up. And that was Monday they shot it. That was Wednesday. By Thursday, they getting labels calling them, offering them $1 million deals. Like, we in the age that happens now.
But you want to know why that is?
Yeah.
It leads all back to the crib. It leads back to Chicago. Yeah. Keith revolutionized the music video.
No, that's for sure.
Like, damn near everything that we see in the hip-hop industry leads back to the crib.
Unpopular opinion, man. People don't like to say this because people don't comprehend information properly. But Chief Keef is undoubtedly like a top 10 most influential rapper of all time. Ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, and motherfuckers get on my ass when I say that. I want y'all
to understand. Me, I'm the same age as Keith and Herb. I want y'all to understand how, imagine going to school and the Cali niggas was doing the jerking shit, and the jerking shit took over by storm.
For sure.
You got all Keith and all of these niggas that y'all fear got mohawks and Aeropostale and all this shit. And then one day, they just come up with drill. I promise you, it changed overnight. We went from mohawks to dreads, True Religion, like that's what I'm saying. Like the whole aesthetic of Chicago changed.
Yeah, 30s existed, but 30s wasn't. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
30s
I want y'all to
like
understand.
That.
Like,
yeah, they created YNs, bro.
Bro, like even back in the day, like as far as guns go, like you can have you a little.
That's what I'm saying.
Revolver, little
having
Smith
a 30 wasn't
cool.
like what?
You would be alright, but yeah, like all of these guns that's like the YN standard
Army guns and shit.
Bro, like we was looking at them when we was shorty. We was looking at them like, how the fuck you get that?
Yeah,
like,
what?
Nah, it's just the aesthetic shit.
You got 100 round.
You hop off the porch, right? You hop off the porch with a 30 shit.
Yeah, that's
like
light work.
Yeah, like that shit is crazy. But like, but Chief Keef in the city of Chicago, man, like very influential. Even as far as slang, like everybody say thoughts. Like everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like just the slang and how we talk. Like everybody pretty much live. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like
the
all
videos,
that shit
videos, honey niggas jumping around, dancing in the video. Niggas weren't doing videos that look like that before.
All that shit leads back to the crib.
The 2.5 minute song. Niggas wasn't doing that until drill songs came out and started being 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes.
You know what? I actually got a theory.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what? Yeah. So that's one theory I have. Another theory is I feel like the Baby popularized that too.
Yeah, for sure.
The 2 minute song.
Yeah.
I feel like during like pandemic and shit.
Yeah, he had to. He I don't think his music would have survived or not survived, but thrived in the way it did if it was 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes of that record. No, you got to, the way Baby making records, you got to get in, get out.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't, we don't need 2 of them 16s on one of them. The Baby records is absolutely ridiculous. No, we don't need that. So.
I got another question for you. So, during your journey, what is the hardest moment that you've had on your musical journey?
I'll say the hardest moment was, the hardest moments have been, well, 2. One has been at the same time how easy it was to pass up them deals and shit.
Yeah. That
was also hard too. Because then you start looking back in hindsight and be like, yo, should I have done it? Everybody damn near got fucked their first deal. You know what I'm saying? Like damn that 80%, 90% of niggas' first deal they got fucked, but some of them was able to fight through, maintain, you know what I'm saying, the career out of it. So looking back at some of them moments, like, damn, should I have took this deal, let my following blow up to 3-4 million, learned who was running, built a relationship with the head of marketing, with the head of radio, with the head of woo, and then fought to get out this deal in a year, maybe bought myself out, went on strike and didn't drop music and had motherfuckers leaking my shit some kind of way until they finally just dropped me, and now I'm in a position where I'm dropped and I got 5 million followers and I know the who's who, I know the behind the scenes, damn, I might should have did that.
And you could have kept,
You know what I'm
You
saying?
could have built
So
a relationship with them people.
Yeah.
Even if they would have dropped you, you could have kept.
I still could,
steamrolling.
correct.
You
So
could have kept
that was
steamroll.
one of the things I always sometimes have a what if thought, like, damn, what if I would have, man, maybe I should have, and maybe I tweaked a little. You know, that's hard. And then also, I'm only human, so I understand thoroughly that everything that's meant for me is coming to me. Everything that's not is not in the cards for me. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes rejection is protection.
Protection, yeah. Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So I understand that, but at the same time, like, sometimes seeing motherfuckers go, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes seeing motherfuckers get out of here, or a record go crazy, or a nigga out of nowhere go crazy, sometimes I be like, what the fuck, man? Like, when the fuck is it my turn?
Or in those situations where, like, you will go out, you go do a show. It's a showcase. You ain't even performing. You just going to go see somebody. And then one of the people you see in this showcase end up being the biggest shit in music next year.
Yeah.
It be shit like that too. I done had moments like that too.
What the fuck? I be like, yo, like I ain't like I'll say a moment. I'll be transparent. It was a moment where I'm just like, yo, like me and the circle of niggas that I be around and niggas that I love, like we been rapping, we been bar for bar punching shit to death. We been bars really living this shit and been really like that in real life. Like, and then like this Griselda shit came by storm, and I was just like, yo, what the fuck? Yeah. Yo, how we get skipped if this, you know what I'm saying? Like, so every once in a while, I had just those moments of damn, like what the fuck? When is my time? But also, I'm grateful to say a lot of niggas that's in my age group, it's over with. It's over with for them. It's over with. Either they had their time, they went to as high as they was gonna go, and then they came back down, and now you can never get those heights back again, or either it's just 0% not in the cards for them. For me, I've been a nigga that's been able to be hot for 13, 14 summers straight without taking no time off, without getting ice cold, without looking like what the fuck is he doing, without having no flaw to my craft and to my brand, but also still having my peak ahead of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, no offense, but like it's certain people that like they blew. You know what I'm saying? Like certain artists, they came out the gate and they had a crazy big record. Or they grinded for 5 years and then they had one of them ones. It went national, they got a record deal, it popped, and then after that shit, that record in that moment died down, that shit died down, and now they still continue to do music, but they not as relevant. People don't look at them and hold them in the same regard that they used to, because you look at them like almost like they washed.
Like the has
they washed.
Yeah.
So even though we still fuck with them like, oh, that's just such and such doing their thing, and we fuck with it, but we don't never look at them as like our potential superstar. I still got my peak ahead of me because I never had one of those moments. And I've slowly been building and climbing and going up. Even when I plateaued a little bit, I never went backwards. So therefore, that's one thing I'm extremely grateful for, that niggas don't look at me like I'm in the way, I'm a has-been, or I peaked and now I'm just a nigga that's doing this, or I'm a legacy act and I'm performing records from 10 years ago still today. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I'm a nigga that's looked at like any moment this nigga could be one of them ones.
And that's one thing I struggle with heavily. Like, I had a conversation with a few of my homies.
Yeah.
And they was like, the way I approach marketing my engineering side, why don't I do that to my artist side? Right. And I be kind of conflicted, because it's like, to be honest with you, it's easier to market the engineering side because everybody needs to record a record. Everybody doesn't want to hear a record.
No, you just you crippling yourself. You making
an
excuse,
look,
bro.
You
just made an excuse. You know how many cameras in this room?
But look,
you just made an excuse. It's easier because everybally needs to record a record. But everybody needs your services.
But everybody
guess what? It's just as equal. Because everybody need the soundtrack of their life. Music is the soundtrack of life, the soundtrack to the world. Everybody needs that music. When females get dressed to go to the club, they got a playlist playing in the house when they getting ready. When they get in the car on the way to the club, they got another playlist or a set of music. When they in that bitch, they shake ass to certain music. And when they leave with a nigga and they go home and getting cracked, they got a playlist of music for that night too. You mean to tell, like, it's an unlimited amount of music that's necessary and needed in this world to make it spin. Stop fucking making excuses, man. It ain't easier. That shit is equal. It's just maybe foreign to you. You don't know how to do it as well as you do the engineering shit. Say that.
Yeah, okay.
Say that.
I'll go with that. Like,
yeah.
So, like, another thing, too, like, Lamar Creation, right?
Yeah.
When we was at the 312 Awards, he said something to me that stuck out. And he said, usually when people say they're going to Evian, 9 times out of 10, they mean you.
Thank you.
And that stuck with me since that night. And the reason why that stuck with me is because I literally did that on purpose. Like, if you look at how I promote myself and market myself, I marketed myself as if I'm already a celebrity.
No, for sure.
That's how I'm able to bring celebrity clientele, because of the illusion of me promoting myself as a said celebrity.
Correct.
So now I'm trying to figure out if I could do that to engineering, I could create the same. With music, I could create the same.
For sure. Easily.
Yeah, like if I could, because the thing is, like, it's all about perception of how people see shit.
Yeah.
If I could make you perceive something, then I could control the narrative.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing in branding. Like I said before we started, or right at the beginning, control your brand, or else you're gonna allow somebody else to do it.
Yeah.
Control your narrative, or else others gonna create a narrative for you. You know what I mean? So yeah, like that's all you gotta do. If I'm Kel, be like, guess what? I done recorded some of the hardest records and some of the hardest artists in the city, but guess what? I get down just like they ass too. I was mad at you because we did a record and I feel like you ain't promoted properly like you could have and should have.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like at a moment when I'm doing over 100,000 streams a month, you kind of chilled on that record, and we got a record out, and it still performs decent.
And
I got billboards running for that record.
And you know what's
we
crazy?
ain't shoot a video for it.
We need to. And
you know
what's so crazy
and
about
I'm still
that
down
record?
for that, because that's one of my favorite features that I ever did.
And what's so crazy about that record? A lot of people didn't even know. A lot of people didn't even know I had that in me.
Yeah.
Because I make like chick records and fun records.
And fun records.
A lot of people ain't even know I had them type of bars. Yeah. It take the right shit to bring it out.
I was like, what?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, we got to do that, because I sure thought you was finna send me, you know what I'm saying, like some fun shit. I
know what. That's what I said. I know.
I was like, yeah.
See, but that's the thing, though.
Like one of them ones.
But that's the thing with me, and me being an engineer, that makes my ear a little different. I pay attention to everybody.
Yeah. No.
So I know what to tap into and what to send, and I be knowing. So, just like I don't know. Did you hear my new record?
Which
that On the Low?
No, not yet.
They just played it on Raw TV Radio on Sunday. That motherfucker going.
But you gotta be out. You gotta come outside. You don't be outside enough.
I don't.
Like you don't like if I'm Kel and you saying you keep. First of all, I don't like you using the word illusion. The illusion of me being that nigga. No, that's successful marketing. That's successful branding. If people, you know what I'm saying, feel that way about you, that means you strive to do something and it worked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if I was you though, I would utilize Evian to the max. Like why haven't you, with all these records that you got, and you just said niggas ain't know I had this in me. I'm real versatile. I could do this. I could do this too. I've worked with all these different artists and all of that. Why you ain't use the studio that you work at, that you just said people it's synonymous with your name. Every time your name come up, Evian come up. If Evian come up, your name come up. then why you ain't use a facility yet to do like your own tiny desk and record and perform that? Like, cause it's nothing. All these cameras I'm looking at, these is big boy cameras in here. These is not no cheap ass cameras right here. You got one of the hardest working dudes, one of the richest dudes in the city, but we won't put his business out. You know what I'm saying? But you got one of them ones right there riding with you like that. Why you ain't capitalized off using your name and the leverage of your name and the position you in to make them feel you like that as an artist yet? I would have been did a tiny desk up in this bitch and invited 30 people here to be a audience and recorded this shit with a band and dropped that shit on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And then also put the whole thing together on YouTube, and then out of that whole thing had another camera doing the shit the other way and got 60 reels out of that shit and posted a reel a day for 60 days leading up into the release of that shit on YouTube after them 60 days is up. I'm giving you some free game because I'm finna do this. It ain't gonna be that, but I'm just saying, like, why you ain't do that yet? Why you ain't say, hey, you know what? Your next 3 or 4 sessions on me, but I need a feature about you, Queen Key, or all these people that you know what I'm saying, record like that. Why you ain't got no features out of them and leverage? Yo, man, I'd be damn near giving them another hour just to play my records in the motherfucking session or after the session or something like that. Bargaining, you know what? You need sessions, right? Cool. Well, I need features and I need to be taken serious as an artist. So
you said a very key point. I need to be taken seriously as an artist. That's one sentence that kind of lingers. Yeah. So a lot of people, they love me, but they love me. They try to Kanye me. Yeah. Like on some, like how back in the day, Kanye, just make the beats. Right. Right? Yeah. A lot of people try to do that with me.
Just mix my shit down.
Yeah, man. Like a lot of people be trying to do that with me.
That's because it's your fault. Again, like I went to in the beginning, it's your fault. Yeah. It's your fault. Because them niggas feel like they I don't want to say like they could play with you like that, but they feel like they could play with you like that. Versus if your artistry was in their face like that and you was smacking their ass over the head and you was making your name like this, just like it is as an artist, as an engineer, they wouldn't even play with you like that. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't feel the place. So I'm saying to you, like, nigga, maximize off leveraging your shit. Like, sometimes, you know what your problem is, man? Your ass, for one, is too damn cool, and for two, too damn humble. That shit don't get you nowhere. Nice guys finish last in all arenas of life. You keep on with that cool shit, and your cool ass gonna be right here in 8 years recording all bunch of platinum ass songs, wondering when my platinum song gonna come. Your cool ass let your platinum song go out the window because you too chill. I'm just a chill guy here.
Nah, but it's like, but that's me though. Like, even Will will tell you, like, I done literally had motherfuckers list off of
Will ain't stopped shaking his head since I started talking though.
Cause I'm saying, bro, like, I done literally had it, bro. Like, people will walk up to me, they'll list off all my accomplishments, they tell me how proud of them, and I just be like, I appreciate that. Like, you know,
I feel you. I don't be listening. Yeah. That's why I'm giving him tough love on his show right now. Yeah, man. Like, you gotta play this shit back.
I be trying, yo.
Like, no, I feel you though. I fall victim to that too though, because one of my biggest problems is I don't stop to enjoy the journey enough because I ain't at the destination yet.
But I feel like with me, I try to enjoy too much. Okay. I feel like that's what we opposite. Like,
got you, yeah.
The thing with me, sometimes I feel like I bask in shit too much. Like, I be so focused on the accomplishment that's right there in front. Yeah. And I can live with that accomplishment for a minute. Yeah, like I can live with that really for a minute. Okay. And then, you know what I'm saying? And then by the time the next accomplishment comes, now I can't even enjoy the next accomplishment because I'm thinking about how much time has passed between this one and that one. And if, you know what I'm saying? Like, I be falling. It's like, but it's some mind shit though. Like,
yeah, it is. It's mind over matter because I'm the opposite. I'm supposed to be with my mind and my God-given talent and gift and my ambition and hustle. I'm supposed to be a multi-platinum. I am a multi-platinum, multi-millionaire nigga. It's no debating. It's no question. The talent, my mindset, my heart, everything is there. And so because I'm not that, I don't give a fuck about 12 million streams. So what? It ain't 12 million records. I don't give a fuck about going on tour with Jadakiss. While I'm proud of these things, I don't give a fuck about that. It wasn't my headlining tour. It didn't open me up. I don't give a fuck about a 312 award. It wasn't a Grammy. I'm supposed to be Grammy nominated writer or artist. You know what I'm saying? I'm supposed to be this. So I can't even enjoy the success at the levels that I've been able to have it at, because for me that shit is minuscule. That shit is like a toe on the body of work that I'm supposed to have. I can't enjoy that shit. This shit don't even excite me no more. Like I'm forward is that way, and I'm going that way. I don't even never chill and relax and be proud of this shit for real.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
So, do you think there are still some good opportunities out there to sign good deals in your experience, or are all of them trash at this point?
I think I won't say all of them are trash. I will say every single deal is a compromise. You know what I'm saying? I will say that. I won't say trash. There's some things that you're gonna get that you need and want and love out of every single deal, and there's gonna be some things you have to give up, that you're gonna have to sacrifice, and that you probably gonna hate in a record deal. You know what I'm saying? But the level of what those things is determined by how hot you are.
But at the same time, do you even really need a deal these days? And the reason why I ask that is because, like with the whole Rock Nation distribution
question,
thing,
but go ahead.
But just like with the whole Rock Nation distribution thing and how they went public.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like so the whole thing with the Rock Nation distribution, a lot of A&Rs and managers was using that as a selling point.
Yeah.
Like, I can get you this, I can get you. And then as soon as
I'm sorry, all y'all hoe ass niggas too, and all y'all weak ass artists in the city. Stop fucking saying y'all signed the Rock Nation because y'all getting y'all shit distributed. You know, y'all doing distribution under the Rock Nation shit. Y'all not signed with Rock Nation. Real Carter do not know y'all ass. Y'all trying to say y'all with Rock. Yeah, I'm with Rock Nation. No, yo. Why the fuck you wasn't screaming you was with DistroKid Records? You wasn't screaming you was with CD Baby Records when you was with them. Just because your shit getting distributed by they fucking distribution platform do not mean you with them. Whole ass niggas. Stop that goofy ass shit.
I said it nicer. He said it the way I really wanted to say it.
Let's get back.
Nah, he said it the way I really wanted to say it. But I was just being nice with the whole. But that's all the A&Rs and managers was using that as a selling point. It's like once they went public, it's like, now what's your selling point? But another reason why I asked that is because I feel like even with the whole Leangelo Ball shit, me personally, granted, Def Jam gave him that bread. I feel like he tweaked though.
Why?
Nigga, you know how much he could have ran up independently? We love that shit when he didn't have a deal.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, he could have definitely ran it up independently.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, all of the records that he putting out, that we fucking with, all of those records was done before he even
before he even signed. For sure.
He could have just kept.
Yeah. One person I like the way she leveraged her shit in the beginning of that was Young M.A. Young M.A. stayed independent. She did her shit right in the beginning. We gotta talk about that. We gotta talk about that because Ooh is an independent record. That is not a major label record. That's platinum, right?
That's more than platinum. I think it's 5. Like 5 times.
Shout out to my homies too, because my homies did that record, and I got probably 7 or 8 songs with them. That's my dogs, New York Bangers. That old record. I really know.
That's what I'm saying. She got independent. She's independent. She 5 times platinum. For sure. Independent. She ain't gotta come out with no more records, nigga.
Yeah, and she waited. She had follow ups and all that. But to answer your question, I do think record deals are still necessary. I do think that, just like, think about it. If you remove the music from it, the record industry is a hierarchy, just like a company. Everybody ain't Jeff Bezos out here. You need niggas to work at the Amazon factory. You need niggas to work in the marketing department at Amazon. Everybody not Jeff. Yeah. So when it comes to the music industry, everybody not built to be independent. Everybody ain't media trained like me that can go sit down and talk like this. Everybody don't got the hustle without the label and they fucking handlers to be at fucking on a flight at 3 a.m. and be at Breakfast Club at 5 a.m. and leave there and go to motherfucking Sway in the morning right after that at 8 and leave there and they got to sign in their detail R at 12. And niggas don't got the discipline to do it or the know-it-all to set that shit up. Or, you know what I'm saying? They don't know how you can set up your own tour. Like, you can get a deal with the touring agency, and now you pick the artist you want to go on. Niggas don't got the... Niggas ain't smart. These niggas... A lot of rap niggas is niggas that didn't switch bells when the class... You know what I'm saying? They ain't switch classes when the bell rang.
That's why I want to give a shout out. I want to give... Since you said that, I want to give a shout out to one artist in particular. Sasha Go Hard.
I love Sasha, man.
You know what's so crazy? A lot of people didn't get her flowers for this, but you see, she did her own European tour
overseas. I swear
to God,
I just talked to her about this. Like,
she did
at
her
the
own
Forever
European
Grateful
tour.
Awards. I just talked to her and I saluted her.
I was so
for
proud
that.
when I seen them tour. When she dropped them tour dates, I was so proud.
And then that wasn't no cap.
I never seen it done like that,
Yeah.
like an independent artist from the city.
Yeah,
she put her own overseas tour together.
Mine to be next summer.
Crazy.
I got mine coming next summer, but Sasha definitely did that shit on her own. So all artists ain't built like that. All artists don't have the ability for them and they team. Imagine some of these niggas in they team trying to go in the ASCAP and set up a meeting and a play. Trying to walk into Spotify and sit down with Rap Caviar and put their playlist in it. No, we don't ever want to talk to you niggas. We need the label to do this. Yeah, we need the label. You know what I'm saying? So yes, the label is necessary. Record deals are necessary. And majority of rappers need a label and need a deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, for sure. And my last rant, I promise. This is my last one. You fuck artists. Stop fucking running around screaming y'all independent when you don't got no paperwork on yourself, no business, no budget you spending on yourself. You niggas is not independent. You niggas is unsigned, and that's two different things. You're unsigned. Don't nobody want your ass. Ain't nobody looking for your ass. You not spending no money on yourself or your career. You just an unsigned artist doing this shit. You not independent. Stop saying that shit because y'all clouding the pool with everybody that's in this shit. There's certain niggas that's independent that spend thousands. I'm a nigga that spends 6 figures on myself yearly. Niggas don't even see 6 figures. I spend that on my brand. I'm independent. Y'all niggas unsigned, man. And shout out to all my independent artists, though. Yeah, man. We working. What you doing? That ain't no slogan for no reason. That's my Mamba mentality. You know what I'm saying? That's my life mantra. That's my marathon continues. You know what I'm saying? We working. What you doing? It's one of them.
For sure. Well, that has been the Young OG podcast. We had Sinatris on.
Man, I appreciate you.
I really hope y'all pick up them little jewels he was dropping, man. I hope y'all pick them up, man.
I appreciate you having me, man. I'm definitely gonna come back. We definitely gonna drop that unsaid somewhere at the beginning or the end of this episode so they can get that unsaid, that Kel Jvmes feature.
I'm definitely gonna I'm gonna work that record.
Work that record.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? No, it's all good. Let's shoot that video still though.
Yeah,
maybe we can do some satellite. I think that'd be great for satellite radio. You know what I'm saying? My dude in New York works satellite radio real good. We can make some calls and see what we can do.
Like Sirius XM type shit?
Yup. Shade 45, Sirius XM, all of that. Go out there, interview and everything. So that's something maybe we could do with that record. I think that'd be a good look.
Hell yeah. But, all right, this has been the Young OG podcast. I'm Kel Jvmes. Tell everybody where they can follow you.
Man, everything Sinatris. Sinatris. Everything Sinatris if you're looking for me on all platforms, man. Sinatris.com. Also, I got my own merch. And if you're looking for, and business owners, if you're looking for marketing, branding, and all these different things, come and holler at me too, Creative Minds. I got a company. I specialize in doing that, and I got a lot of major clients that I work with doing that too. So, yeah, fuck with me. Creative Minds, Sinatris. We working. What you doing?
All right, it's been one. Catch y'all on the next episode.
Yep. Good job. Good show.
Yeah, that was dope. Look, I saw it. I love that. The composition, which is like creating it makes a composition, recording it then makes the recording. You know what I'm saying? And the recording is how you can monetize it, publishing. with it, and they gonna own. That means they own 70-80% of your proceeds.
And that's what's
And
so
the master
crazy.
recording, you own my image and likeness.
And that's
You
what's
own
crazy.
my name. My government name is Sinatris. You mean to tell me that after this deal, I potentially can't be
even use
Sinatris no more? Y'all own my image and likeness and all perpetuity in the universe and beyond. Y'all got me fucked up.
Nah, but that's
What?
true though. That's why.
What?
That's why my rap name wasn't always Kel Jvmes.
Yeah.
I had to change it to Kel Jvmes because I was in a shitty deal.
Yeah.
I signed a very shitty deal when I was like 16.
Yeah. I wasn't going.
Yeah. And
So yeah, no.
I had to change my name to release music again.
Yeah,
Like,
so I didn't want to be victim to that. So I had the deal offers on the table. Y'all offering me 50,000. Man, I got 50,000 right now. That ain't impressive to me. Y'all got to change my life.
That's another thing too that artists miss with these deals. Like,
Yeah.
I've had situations where 2 years ago, Capital came to the table. Capital said, "Yo, we'll give you 150,000, but we want all your publishing." Fuck no. And everybody was looking like, 150,000? You finna turn down 150,000? Ain't nobody around you seen 150,000. I'm like, that's not the point. Like, all right, cool. I broke through this 150,000. You know how long it's gonna be before I see another 150,000 with them owning 100% of my publishing?
Correct. They gotta recoup.
Niggas is crazy.
They gotta recoup. Like, it's so shady, bro. Like, y'all own that. Y'all give me this bread first. Y'all gotta recoup first. Then
before
after,
you even see a dime.
yeah, y'all gotta
recoup. Depending
recoup.
on how that shit is structured, do you even get points? How many points on the record do you get?
Correct.
That, bro.
Then they get they points.
Lending.
Yeah, they get all 8 points and shit first too. So if you getting 10 cents on the dollar, they take all they 90 cents first, and they make up whatever they percent was. They gave your ass 100,000. You got to get them fucking 750,000 back. They gonna pay themselves the 750,000 back they get off that 100,000. Plus, then now once the dollar come in, they gonna be like, all right, 90 cent odds. Here go your 10. 90 cent odds. But it's been a year and a half, 2 years now, and guess what they do? They give you another $500,000 or something. And now you just looped in this cycle of owing them bread. That's why niggas be signed and had 3 albums out and be like, I never got a check from my label.
Why. And it's so crazy. Like, just like with TLC. TLC is one of the highest selling female groups of all time. And they was broke.
They got big, crazy.
But that's how shit be in this industry, man. This shit is really predatory lending, man.
Yeah, so it is.
What's going on? We just wrapped up an episode of the Young OG podcast. I had a special guest, Sinatris, in the building.
Yes, sir.
Y'all is gonna love this episode, man. A whole lot of hip hop shit. Bro dropped a lot of jewels. I hope y'all pick up these jewels, man. It's gonna be real nice.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's up, Will? I know you behind the scenes, man. We got the behind the scenes man right here. You know what I'm saying? He don't like to be on camera a lot, man. But this the man.
Much. I come from that background, being on stage, being in the front, and I kind of learn.
Let them know about where they can find you and what you got going on in your locations.
Just Envion Studios. Search that on Google. Even if you spell the shit wrong, it's gonna pop up.
There it is. Hey, the SEO is on point.
But they don't share the same shit, so
right.
That works.
Y'all see the dope setup. Y'all see the dope. Man,
but
no,
I
ain't
ain't
nothing. Yeah, I definitely am.
Let me know when you're ready to do that.
Yeah.